Check it out. This deal is finally leaving. It's been done, I think, since like end of December, early January, but check her out. Ready to go over to, I guess Jamie and Brent are taking it over to FuelTech for Kyle. So, but they are having a cert day over there, so we're gonna go over there, get it all sorted up, and then it'll be headed over to Kyle's. He wanted me to add these little back bars into it that go through there, and they bolt into the fire or into the back shock towers on both sides. So try to keep them out of the way of the engine. Still a lot of work that needs to be done to this thing, but we're gonna load it up because we're in a rush to Kyle and get this thing over there.
Well, Jamie and I got to hit the road, but my man is here. Good old Hayden. We got a little delivery to make for the Boosted Boys.
No, but it came out good. I mean,
it does. It looks freaking nice. He's gonna be stoked. All right, all checked out. She's stickered up.
the big challenge with it was really just fitting him in it, getting him low enough in the car. The nice thing is it's super light. And the easiest one.
Well, the trick would have been just to make it for you, and then you had to be the one to drive it.
Drive it, yeah. I want no business trying to go 200 plus in a quarter. You guys are nuts.
You probably can't reach the pedals.
Oh no, I can reach the pedals. I look funny in it. Yeah, I sit like.
It looks comfy.
Level at the.
Look like a little kid.
Yeah. Oh no, I couldn't drive it. It's too short, man. I could drive it. I'd figure it out.
All right, guys. As you saw, we recently picked up this sweet twin-engine Prelude here, and we're killing two birds with one stone on this trip. So right now we're over at FuelTech because, as you guys just saw, Hayden got the NSX chassis done, and we are here to pick it up today. And that's why we brought the two-car trailer. We picked up the Prelude in North Carolina, FuelTech's here near Atlanta, Georgia, so it wasn't too far out of the way to grab both cars. Hayden had the NSX done for quite some time, and he's been kind of storing it for me at his shop in Colorado because I really didn't have a good spot to put it out here or out in Florida, so I didn't want it sitting outside or anything like that. I found a spot where we can put it, and now it's just a matter of finding a way to get it back to Florida. And Brent and Jamie had to come down here to pick up some engines, so they were already going to drive down to this area anyways, and they offered to bring the NSX down to FuelTech for me. They couldn't make it all the way down to FuelTech or to Florida, but they made it here to FuelTech, which is a lot closer than me having to go all the way to Colorado to get the NSX or possibly just ship it. So I said, yeah, let's try to do that. And they brought it over here to FuelTech, where it has been sitting for about the last week and a half, 2 weeks. And now we are ready to finally pick up my drag NSX build that Hayden just got wrapped up. So we're here, and they're also, you know, having a little get together. I think it's FuelTech's 22nd anniversary right now, so they're kind of doing a little celebration for that as well. And as you guys know, we always love coming out here, hanging out with the guys at FuelTech, seeing what they're up to. And we'll get this Prelude or the NSX loaded up, and then we'll be on our way back home to Florida.
Okay, I see some air ducts. Man, that's crazy. Oh, two motors. Dois motor. Oh no, you're kidding. You're kidding. Two motors.
Yeah, he might look on there.
All-wheel drive.
Wait, two motors?
One in the back. Man, it's crazy. Why they sent you this, because you're probably the only crazy guy in the world that will collect all this. Have you ever raced this?
He never raced it before or anything, no. He just built it and kind of enjoyed it. He told me he never quarter-miled it. He's only had it over 100 miles an hour once. He said, but it was really stable and good. So
That's great.
he's had the car for 16 years. Now he just need to leave out of here with two FuelTechs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or just make them both run on one.
No, I thought about, we did already, because there's a few cars already did similar stuff, but you can't really fully synchronize. because you have to have they literally connected the
Yeah,
same shaft.
there's not a mechanical linkage between
Correct.
both their crankshafts,
Yes.
so any little difference.
Yeah, they will never be at the same speed.
Yeah,
That's
it
it.
wouldn't-
So,
it wouldn't work
yeah,
like that.
timing will be.
So you have to have two computers
Correct.
all the
Yes.
time.
Looks like we're eating good today.
Brazilian churrasco here. We have picanha, beef ribs like the Uruguayan style, and here is
Look at this, guys.
this is the beef ribs, but this since 5 a.m. so it's right now 7 hours already on cooking, and it takes.
How long does it need to cook for?
How long is it going to take?
Gonna take another hour.
Another hour.
Another hour.
8-9 hours around.
And this is really the full rack of the beef.
We're getting the Brazilian experience over here. I've been telling Anderson I want to make a trip out to Brazil.
You know to go. You
It's
need
gonna
to go.
happen. I want to check out that headquarters, and you
Yeah.
said we have some fans out there as well.
Man, a lot of people when we first started using FuelTech, man, I got so many messages. People were following you guys, and because you've been really a reference for the Hondas in Brazil. Because remember, Hondas are not so popular over there, and they start becoming popular in the last few years, and that was just when you guys started really becoming so popular here, and a lot of people in Brazil were doing like let's say low budget projects.
Yeah, kind of budget builds.
Yeah, budget builds, which really fits your kind of channel.
Yeah, it does.
Which is really real life, so it was really cool. A lot of people really follow what you guys doing.
That's cool. Yeah, I definitely want to make a trip out to Brazil sometime.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
Yeah, you're going to enjoy it.
And I know they eat well over there, so
Yes.
I'm excited to go for the food.
Yes, you enjoy. This is a good experience right now. This is a good it's a good experience from the Brazilian food.
Yeah, this looks awesome. All right, Anderson, you gotta tell me about this thing.
Okay.
This thing is so cool. I haven't seen it in person, but I saw your pictures of it over
Yeah.
at SEMA.
Man, my preferred movie when I was a kid was
Back
obviously
to the
Back to
Future?
the Future. So I even have a
Oh, back to FuelTech.
yeah.
That's pretty
did
cool.
my version of it. So it's pretty much. I've been looking for these cars, and obviously they are available, but it's really hard to find a deal anymore. It's not really easy to find anymore. And I found this without engine, without transmission.
Oh, so it was just ready to
It was ready to
be swapped.
to swap. So initially I was going to install a Maserati engine, a V8, which is built by Ferrari, but when I even started building the adapter plate to the Porsche 997 transmission, but then I ended up finding a Ferrari engine itself.
That is
So-
so sick.
so
So that's a V10
The V8
or
from
V8? Oh yeah, there's only.
yeah.
I thought I saw a fifth coil. That's a V8.
Yeah, it's a V8 from California, and this engine obviously will sound crazy because it's a flat plane crank and all Ferrari kind of engines.
Yeah, those wheels look sick.
We did some interior changes. Right now we're actually finishing
Dad, why so
wiring
much nanos?
because then the back of the
All
Jeep-
the nanos.
1 per cylinder.
yeah.
1 nano per
1
cylinder.
nano per cylinder, so it's gonna be a lot of wires going from here to the engine.
But the reason to do that is obviously because on the Back to the Future movie
Yeah, they
had
have all the gauges.
They
and
had the
everything.
gauges where we set up the time. So even the air filter here in the back is we did something like a flux
Flux
capacitor.
capacitor.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So we have the intake manifold flipped, so the intake manifold actually
It'll go right through there.
right there, and we have the air filters going down to these boxes here. And the car was in SEMA last year, and now we're actually just finishing the wiring and pretty much almost ready to drive it.
Yeah, this thing is so cool. And you said that this is adapted to a Porsche transaxle.
Yeah, it's a 997 transmission.
Yeah, it fits in there pretty good. I did
Yeah.
see one of these DeLoreans that someone put a K-series in.
Yes, I think that's one of the most common right now. The guy that actually built the car for me, he've done a few of the K-swaps.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If anyone out there has a DeLorean, I'd love to
And, you know,
K-swap one.
He also has a MR2 because of you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's 47 garage in Utah. He's a big fan of you, and he.
Oh, that's cool. Well, if I get my hands on one and put a K-series in it, I'm gonna race yours.
Deal. Okay.
We'll shake on it. All right, guys. Well, as you saw before, we're here to pick up the NSX, and they have kept it under wraps over here, under the blanket. So my guys already know that I'm building it, so there's
Okay.
not too much of a big reveal. But I do appreciate that these guys kind of kept it a secret over here, and I saw.
I ended up fooling a few people because they usually when I get a new car, I cover in that black
Oh,
cover.
did everyone think it was your car?
Yeah, a lot of people was thinking
Like,
my
oh, what's
car.
Anderson got under there?
But I was like, no, it's not mine. It's not mine.
Yeah, so she's been sitting over here ever since Brent and Jamie came
Yeah.
by to drop it off. It's a lot closer for me to come here than all the way to
Yeah,
Colorado.
no, and it worked
so
really
out.
good because I could catch up with him and with Jamie, and we talked a lot of stuff. And he bought, the CLX is our first ever car.
Yeah,
we had
the one they
FuelTech.
named Phoenix, the red one.
Yes, and the car was the very first FuelTech car in US.
Yeah, that's cool. So
17
for those of you
years
that
ago.
might not know, the red CRX that Fong bought a few years back when we were in California, that was the very first car to ever have a FuelTech on it in the US.
Yeah.
Was that CRX. So that's pretty
17
cool.
years ago.
And now the car is with Brent at PFI.
Yeah,
So
so cool. Yeah.
that's cool. Now look how far you guys
Yeah.
have come out here. That's awesome. So
Have you seen the car yet? Or?
I haven't seen it yet. This is
Oh.
my first time seeing it in
Okay.
person. So I guess we'll go ahead and pull the blanket off this girl. It's been a long time coming.
Can you believe it still had pollen?
Man, it
Over.
still has the pollen.
No, it was covered the whole time.
Is this pollen from around here?
No, it's pollen. It's crazy, but it went through the fabric. You know what I mean?
Man, I haven't seen this thing in, I think, over a year since
Oh, yeah?
I flew back to Colorado. Last time I was over there, Hayden had me kind of sit in there to make sure the seat was right because we had to notch some of the floor out
Uh-huh.
to get it a little lower because I'm a little taller. And with the NSX, with how narrow
Yep.
the roof is,
You're right.
it's really hard to get the
That
hoop
too.
in there
Yeah.
and to make room for your helmet and everything. So Hayden had a lot of challenges getting this thing in there. But yeah, if you want to come around over here. This is my first time seeing it, boys, but the, was it locked or something? I forgot that the, this handle's not hooked up, the stock one, it's just this guy right here.
Yeah.
But the,
Yeah, the carbon fiber on the bars are super strong.
yeah, strong and light.
Yeah.
But the cage on the NSX is completely done. We got this nice little shroud net that we got to figure out how to operate. Okay. Look at that, guys. Hayden did a really good job on this. No, that came out really sick, guys.
Do you fit?
Yeah, that's probably a good question. Oh yeah,
Good.
I fit with plenty of room. We also had to shift the seat over just a couple inches to get it away from the door and the roof and everything. So I'm like just barely offset, but not bad at all. That's just what we had to do to make room because an NSX was not designed to put, you know, a drag car cage inside of it. But yeah, this came out really good. And then if you look over here on the other side, they already got the cage certed. We got our certification badge right there. So she is certed to go real fast. I think it's a 6.0 cert. I'm pretty sure. So I also had Hayden add these back bars to tie into the shock towers just to kind of, you know, stiffen up the rear suspension here, kind of tie all that in as well. But this came out really awesome, guys. Boy, Hayden crushing it. What do you think, Anderson? Think it's gonna go a 6 one day?
I'm sure on your hands, and
That's the goal. We don't know if we can do it, but
No,
I think it'd be real cool to go 699 one day.
man, I'm sure the car should look very light and very strong because
Yeah, I mean, it's more wheelbase than the MR2,
Yes.
bigger tire, it's lighter. We're gonna have a bigger turbo.
I'm sure you will. It looks great.
And
a few people has the guts to to actually cut an SX and do this kind
Yeah.
of project.
Fortunately, this one was already cut up.
Okay.
And it was going to be a drag car, so because I did have that other NSX that I got that I was going to cut up.
I still want to buy that from you.
Oh, the other one?
Remember,
I still got it.
If you decide to sell it, you know.
Yeah, fortunately we didn't have to cut that one up, and I picked this one up. Already had the Lexan windshield, and it was on its way to being a drag car as it
No
was.
kidding, I didn't realize it was a Lexan.
Yeah.
It was like they did it almost looks like stock.
Yeah, they did a good job on that.
Man, great job.
And Anderson saw my idea for wheelie control that I haven't told anyone about yet. So
You're crazy, but I
Well-
think it will work.
we'll wait to show you guys what that idea is, but we have to get it back to the house first and get this thing going. Man, I'm excited, guys.
Okay, we have somebody who wants to clean that for you.
I got my own personal detailer.
Okay.
Tell you what, you wipe her off for me and I'll give you one of my RC Raptors.
Oh.
Put them to work. Dang. That thing came out so good, dude.
Yeah.
Last time I was down here, you were showing me pictures of it,
Yeah,
all apart.
This car has been 4 years and a half in the build. In the last 2 years he was in Connecticut with Colton, Red Line Restoration. He did the whole roll cage, paint job, everything, a lot of suspension.
Dude, this
work
came
and-
out so good. So this is a Mercedes 190E.
Yeah, and then we put a body kit from Thailand. This it's like a Evo 2 body kit. So
Okay.
obviously it's obviously not the original one. Those cars would worth like $250,000.
So you just kind of made like a replica,
Yes.
essentially.
Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, this car is a 1986, and that was the first Mercedes really kind of a sports, a smaller sports car, and they were to compete with the M3 from BMW. And for us Brazilians, there's a lot of special importance for this car because of Ayrton Senna, the Formula One driver that was a three-time champion for Formula One, the Brazilian. His first ever race was on these cars. When Mercedes released these cars in 1984, they invited I think 20 or 30 Formula One champions to race, and he was an alternate for another champion that could not make the race. So he was a beginner, like 2 months only on Formula One.
He was the underdog.
The underdog, the only that never been champion in Formula One, and he won the race with same car. So we, as a Brazilian or Ayrton Senna fans, we always relate his success and his career, that like the positive reinforcement of that race gave him like the confidence of, okay, I can win this over these guys. So then that's kind of the story.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
for
That's a
this
cool
car.
story. This thing is so cool. Holy crap.
It's 2.3 liter engine, a Cosworth engine, the stock engine. Obviously, we did this like a
So this is the factory Mercedes
factory
engine?
Mercedes engine with a dogleg transmission, they call, which is like a second gear is in the second. Have you heard about the dogleg transmission?
Dog leg
They
transmission?
call dogleg because
never heard of
the
that.
first is actually in the placement of the second. So for racing, you do like second and third, second and third, second and third. You don't have to actually do second and third. So you have the first one is in the placement of the second, and then you have the first gear is in the placement of the second, and then you have your second gear up and your third here. So in a circuit racing, usually you race first, second and third gear. So
So it's a lot of second and third back and forth.
yeah, so it's
a straight shot.
it's quicker to shift like
So what
that.
you're saying, it's a lot harder to miss third gear in this car.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not a huge Mercedes guy, but Anderson showed me pictures of this, that he was building it, and I started, kind of diving into them, and man, these 190s with the body kits, they look
Yeah.
really cool.
They're square, and now I think it's cool to the 80s style. And honestly, I wasn't really a big Mercedes guy, but now I have 3 already. I started learning how much story Mercedes does have on automotive
Yeah,
stuff.
a lot of history there.
Yeah, a lot of history.
If you guys want to see more of this car, he just posted a video about it.
Yeah.
So I'll link it down below.
Yeah, please
But
check
this
it.
thing's-
My YouTube channel is in Portuguese, but I do have English subtitles and Spanish subtitles.
Yeah, you're full 100% Portuguese, but you guys can read the English
Yeah.
subtitles down there. But this thing's sick. I can't wait to come back and see it done.
Yeah, me too.
You guys are always building some cool stuff over here.
I'm just glad this car came back, and we're going to be finishing it very soon.
Yeah, that thing is sick.
I think we got enough room in here to do a loop, honestly. Oh! Oh, watch the Supra. My rudder's falling off.
Call it there before you break or crash into anything. Got the NSX pushed out into the sun here. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing loaded up to get it back. It doesn't have any brakes right now either, and we are going downhill, so we're just gonna need a couple extra hands to keep it from rolling away on us, and we don't have a steering wheel, so I'll be steering it with vice grips right here. But it's finally time, boys. Get this thing loaded up and bring it back home to Florida. It's been a long time coming.
heavy enough to like get speed. Don't let go. You're gonna back in or go forward? Watch your legs right there, okay? To the left. Exactly. All right. Good. Yep.
11 hours. 11 hours on the This is how you make sure it's correctly.
We got everything loaded up. We're fixing to roll back to Florida. And thank you for keeping the NSX safe for us over here. And thank you guys for feeding us today. The Brazilian, was it churrasco? It was really good.
Good. Now we need to go to Brazil.
Yeah.
To really taste.
Yeah, you can hold that on me. We definitely want to go to Brazil.
Let's see if you have some Brazilian followers here on your channel.
If we got Brazilian,
you need to comment.
Yeah, comment in Portuguese.
Yeah, comment in Portuguese to go to Brazil. Ó, quem é brasileiro no canal aí, eu comento em português para ele ir pro Brasil.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Have a safe trip.
Yeah.
Hope to see this car back to the dinosaur.
Yeah, maybe this one might make enough to almost be able to go wheelie, but I don't know. Well guys, we made it back to Florida with the drag NSX. Just got her unloaded. I got the twin engine Prelude in the shop as well. But man guys, this thing came out so freaking nice. Hayden crushed it on the cage. This has been a long process getting this thing done. As you guys know, I picked this thing up a while back. And we now currently have 3 NSXs on the property, which is pretty freaking wild. But I mean, it just came out so good. I don't know if I showed any of the welds up close, but you guys know our boy Hayden does some really good work. It's crazy to see how far Hayden has come, especially from when I very first met him and the dude didn't even know how to weld. Now he's just building full-blown chassis and gnarly turbo kits for people, and it's just awesome to see. You can see where we got these plates bolted in on all 4 corners because the NSX body is full aluminum, so we can't just weld straight to the NSX chassis. So we have these thick plates that were welded on and tapped, and then the whole cage is basically bolted in. Very nice. It's similar to what you'd have to do on like a Corvette or a fiberglass chassis vehicle. A lot of them will actually sandwich 2 plates together, but that's how we did it on the NSX here. Got those back bars tied into the rear shocks, and I mean, this thing is ready to go fast, but it is going to take a lot of time and work to get this thing fully up and running. I also need to get the page painted because you can see this Florida air already starting to hit those nice, beautiful welds. As much as I don't want to paint over any of it, we got to get some paint on this thing and not let it get all rusted up like the 2J Civic did, because that still needs some cleanup. But yeah guys, she is here, and more to come on this thing in the near future. But at the moment I have my hands really full, especially with losing Wyatt, and I got some other things that I've been working on behind the scenes that you guys will find out probably in the next video, and we will keep on going from there. But I'm really excited to get this NSX up and going, see what we can do with this thing, and hopefully one day this thing might just go a 6. That is going to be the long-term goal. But that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you later.